In a small town nestled in the misty mountains, there stood an old manor that had long been abandoned. Locals whispered tales of the tragic family that once lived there, and many claimed to have seen eerie lights flickering in the windows at night. One stormy evening, a group of adventurous friends decided to investigate the manor and document their findings for their YouTube channel. Armed with cameras and flashlights, they ventured into the decrepit building, unaware of the horrors that awaited them. As they explored the dark corridors and dilapidated rooms, strange sounds echoed through the halls, and the temperature seemed to drop unnaturally. Despite their growing unease, they pressed on, determined to capture evidence of the supernatural. Suddenly, one of the friends let out a blood-curdling scream. The others rushed to find him, only to discover him standing frozen in terror, staring at a ghostly figure that materialized before their eyes. The apparition, a woman in a tattered gown, reached out to them with spectral hands, her eyes filled with sorrow and longing. Terrified, the friends fled the manor, but the haunting didn't end there. Each night, they were plagued by nightmares of the ghostly woman, and strange occurrences plagued their waking hours. Objects moved on their own, and chilling whispers filled the air, driving them to the brink of madness. Desperate for answers, they sought out a local historian who revealed the tragic history of the manor. It was once the home of a wealthy family, but a terrible fire had claimed the lives of the wife and children, leaving the husband consumed by grief and guilt. Determined to put the spirits to rest, the friends returned to the manor armed with knowledge and resolve. They performed a ritual to communicate with the restless souls, offering them peace and closure. As they did, the manor shook with unearthly fury, but in the end, the ghostly apparitions vanished, and the oppressive atmosphere lifted. The friends emerged from the manor, their cameras filled with evidence of the supernatural, and their hearts heavy with the weight of the tragic tale they had uncovered. Little did they know, the spirits of the manor had not been put to rest, and their story would continue to haunt those who dared to seek the truth. Deep in the heart of a dense forest, there lay a place shrouded in mystery and dread. The locals called it the Whispering Woods, for it was said that the trees themselves whispered secrets of the past and the future to those who dared to listen. A group of intrepid explorers, seeking to uncover the truth behind the eerie tales, ventured into the heart of the forest, armed with cameras and recording equipment. As they delved deeper into the woods, the air grew thick with an otherworldly silence, broken only by the faint rustling of leaves and the occasional creaking of branches. As night fell, the explorers set up camp, eager to capture any signs of the supernatural. But as they settled in, they began to hear the unsettling whispers that gave the woods its name. The voices seemed to come from all around them, murmuring in a language they couldn't understand, and filling their minds with a sense of unease. Despite their growing unease, the explorers pressed on, determined to uncover the source of the whispers. As they ventured deeper into the woods, they stumbled upon an ancient, overgrown cemetery, its weathered gravestones standing as silent sentinels in the moonlight. Suddenly, a thick fog rolled in, obscuring their surroundings and disorienting the group. Panic set in as they realized they were lost in the heart of the Whispering Woods, with no sign of escape. As they struggled to find their way out, the whispers grew louder and more insistent, their words now clear and chilling. The voices spoke of ancient curses and vengeful spirits, warning the explorers of the dire consequences of their intrusion. Just as the group feared they were doomed to be lost in the woods forever, they stumbled upon a clearing where an old, gnarled tree stood, its twisted branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. In the moonlight, they saw the spectral figures of the long-departed, their eyes filled with malice and despair. Terrified, the explorers fled the clearing, their cameras capturing fleeting glimpses of the ghostly apparitions. As they finally emerged from the woods, they vowed never to return, but the whispers of the Whispering Woods continued to haunt their dreams, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurked within the ancient forest. In a remote countryside, nestled between rolling hills and ancient forests, there stood an old mansion known as Hollow Hill. The mansion had a dark history, with tales of tragic deaths and unexplained disappearances shrouding its past. A team of paranormal investigators, eager to uncover the truth behind the mansion's haunting, embarked on a daring expedition to Hollow Hill. Armed with cameras, EMF detectors, and voice recorders, they ventured into the decaying halls of the mansion, determined to capture evidence of the supernatural. As they explored the shadowy corridors and dilapidated rooms, they encountered inexplicable phenomena. Doors slammed shut on their own, cold spots lingered in the air, and eerie whispers echoed through the empty halls. Undeterred, the investigators pressed on, their cameras rolling as they documented each spine-chilling encounter. As night fell, the mansion seemed to come alive with malevolent energy. The investigators witnessed apparitions of the mansion's tragic inhabitants, their anguished faces frozen in time. The air grew heavy with a sense of foreboding, and the team's equipment registered unprecedented levels of paranormal activity. In a particularly harrowing moment, one of the investigators vanished without a trace, leaving behind only a trail of blood and a haunting echo of her final, terrified scream. Panic gripped the remaining team members as they realized they were not alone in the mansion, and that whatever dwelled within its walls was not content to let them leave. Desperate to escape the clutches of the malevolent force, the investigators sought refuge in the mansion's attic, hoping to find a way to break the curse that bound Hollow Hill. There, they uncovered a hidden chamber containing the remains of the mansion's tragic past, and a sinister secret that had been buried for centuries. As they attempted to perform a ritual to banish the malevolent presence, the mansion shook with unearthly fury, and the investigators found themselves face to face with the vengeful spirits that haunted Hollow Hill. In a final, terrifying confrontation, they fought to survive as the very walls of the mansion seemed to conspire against them. In the end, only one investigator emerged from Hollow Hill, their cameras filled with evidence of the supernatural, and their hearts heavy with the weight of the tragic tale they had uncovered. The haunting of Hollow Hill had left an indelible mark on their souls, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurked within the ancient mansion.